Every day, agents are pasting their clients' social security numbers, their bank statements, and the signed contracts into ChatGPT. And if this is you, please stop right now. You need to watch this video. Do not jeopardize your career and your clients' secure information. And most of them that have been doing this have no idea where that data actually goes. But I'm about to tell you. So I'm going to show you exactly what's safe to put into AI, what's not, and this is the most important part, how to still get the full AI help on sensitive deals without ever exposing your client. So because the answer isn't don't, use AI, I want you to. The answer is use it correctly. So stick around because this method I'll show you at the very end and is what I use on every single deal that I have AI help me on. So let's get down to it. Let's be honest about what's actually flowing through your keyboard on a normal transaction, right? You got buyer's full name and addresses, you got pre-approval letters, you got bank statements, tax returns, maybe divorce or probate details, sometimes even lockbox codes, and that opens up a whole issue. Under the code, the NAR code, the NAR code, ethics standards practice 1 through 9, you have a duty to preserve your client's confidential information, not just during the deal, but also after it closes. And so most states, the license laws say that the same thing, right? They agree with the NAR code of ethics. So that's not a suggestion. That's a fiduciary duty, something you need to abide by law. Now, here's the part that nobody's really talking about. When you paste that information into a free AI tool, it doesn't just answer your questions and forget it, right? So depending on the tool and your settings, the data can then be logged, stored, and in some cases, it's even used to train future models for what you might see ChatGPT 5, for example. So recent industry data shows that sensitive information now makes up over 1/3 of what people paste into tools like ChatGPT at work. So, up from about 1 in 10 just a couple years ago, agents are now doing this every single day without even thinking about it because they're so used to using ChatGPT like Google. But let me be honest here. I've made this mistake too. Early on, I did this and I pasted a full purchase agreement into a chatbot to clean up the language, right? That's all I did. I thought I was just being innocent. But before I understood and what happens to that data as soon as I press the enter button, that's exactly why I built a system so I never, ever have this happen again. So here's the distinction that changes everything. And almost no one explains it clearly, and this will be the clearest description for you. So, free consumer tier AI tools, the free version of ChatGPT or Claude on any free or pro plan with default settings, often uses your conversations to help you train future models unless you manually opt out. You probably didn't know this. So, retention on those plans can run for years and years and years. Business and API tier tools work differently. So Claude for work, Claude Enterprise, for example, and API-based tools are governed by commercial terms that do not train on your inputs by default. And an API data is typically deleted within about a week or so. So sensitive industries can even begin to negotiate with zero data retention plans, right? So like lawyers and things of that nature. But and this is what matters. We don't train on it at all. It's not the same as it's invisible. Data can still be logged briefly and safely for review, right? So the real rule isn't which tool is 100% safe. The rule is assume anything you type could theoretically be seen and control what you type accordingly. Don't make any veer off mistakes. This is a system. It's 4 steps. Use it on every single deal. It's very simple. Step 1. Strip identity before you type anything. Before you paste anything into AI, you want to remove the name, addresses, phone, emails, account numbers. Replace them with placeholder. Buyer A. The property is, money sign X purchase price. You're not lying to the AI, for example. You're giving the structure and the problems without the identifying that exact person. So here's an example. Instead of pasting John Smith, 123 Oak Street, is trying to back out because his loan of $412,000 at Wells Fargo fell through. You can type something like this: my buyer's financing fell through after mutual acceptance. What are their options after a standard financing contingency? So by doing this, you get the same help with zero exposure, right? Step two is you never upload the actual document. Never upload the signed contract, the bank statement, the pre-approval letter, or the inspection report as a file, because if you need help with contract language, just retype the relevant clause only, like just the section, not the whole document, and never give the signature page or header with the names and addresses. Step three, match the tool tier to the sensitivity. So for general market, scripts and content, free tools are fine. Those are great. For anything touching a real estate transaction, use a business tier plan. Claude for Work, ChatGPT Team or Enterprise, or something similar of that nature, and turn off the training in your privacy settings. That's the key here. It's a 5-minute setting change that will meaningfully lower your risk as the user. Step four is the redact before you scan, not after. So if you're getting AI to help reviewing a document, black out the social security numbers, the account numbers, and signatures in the PDF tool before it even ever touches an AI platform, not after. So once it's typed or uploaded, it can't be taken back ever again. So here's the hard truth. The AI companies probably won't misuse it. Let's just say they might not. It's is not a compliance strategy on their half, but your broker, your MLS, and your state regulatory board don't really care about probably. But the habit now, before it becomes a problem, is just don't paste the full contract and names. The do's for this whole thing is describe the clause and ask for the language help. Don't upload the bank statements to summarize the buyer's financials. Type the number only. Buyers pre-approved, 20% down, conventional. Type something like that. Don't use free consumer AI for anything with a client's social security, date of birth, or account numbers, or even anything that might have anything that does confidential information. So don't assume confidential mode means that data disappears immediately. Check your specific plans and retention policies, because it varies. Every single product is all different. So if you're building AI into how you run your real estate business and you want to make sure you do it correctly, and protect your license and your career and your client's data, that's exactly what I help agents with. So link down below. Let's talk. There's no charge. Just jump on a Zoom call with me. We can hash out what you need to figure out as far as AI goes, marketing, creative marketing, guerrilla marketing, and how to take your business to the next level and stay productive. In the next video, I'm going to break down exactly what AI prompts I use to draft listing descriptions in under 2 minutes without ever touching client data, and that's the one's coming next. So stay tuned and subscribe to the videos so we can help you grow. I'll see you on the next one.